Alrighty, so I hope everyone had a good week. I know with all the craziness in the news that we've been hearing about, whatever it is, I hope it didn't affect you emotionally or your daily life that much. I pray that you do have an amazing rest of the weekend and just, whatever happens in the world, don't let it overtake you, but just brush it off, keep moving forward. So, with all that being said, though, peace and blessings. Welcome. My name is Romello Douglas, and I just want to talk about a little extra details on how I have come to believe why sometimes we aren't able to understand, comprehend certain scriptures. Like, we can read it time and time again, and it just doesn't click, until, we hear that saying, Yah is, obviously he's perfect, but what I mean is like he has a place and time for everything. And I feel this is one of the reasons too. So a quick flashback 40 minutes ago, I was rushing to go outside and as I was getting my clothes, I was just been rushing all day and something just told me to stop. So I just laid down, relaxed, started talking to myself and and wondering about the things what I did uh what am I doing to deny myself daily again as usual. And one of the things was about why I'm not able to read or comprehend, understand certain part of Leviticus because I've been pulled more towards reading Leviticus and none of the other scriptures. I mean, none of the other books. I've just been more pulled to read Leviticus, and there's certain things in Leviticus I've already read and I understand, but then there's other ones that I don't understand, and it's like a spiritual blockage, like I'm seeing it right there in front of me and I'm just not able to like process it. And I don't think it's Satan. I believe it's because of Yah knows where my heart is at right now. And this is the whole point of the video, is that what I believe, I don't no one has to take it for granted or believe this is his true working of it, but what I believe is the reason why sometimes in our lives, when we are reading his scripture, his word, and we can't fully comprehend it or understand it, he's put that block or that veil there because he knows our heart from it. Meaning that he knows that even if we understood it, we would not fully come to submission of accepting that certain verse or scripture that we're putting our eyes on. Uh, I guess to give an example would be like not for me, but just in general. I'm just giving an example, like where it says to give to the poor. This is what one I believe Christians have a difficulty with about giving to the poor. That whatever that poor man desires, give unto him. So basically, like I'm paraphrasing the scripture, but it's in Deuteronomy. But basically, what it was basically saying was that if the poor man desires to use your money to buy himself alcohol or drugs, it does not concern you. You're just supposed to give what he has asked for. He asks if he has asked for to buy him food, go buy him food. If he desires for some wine, buy him wine. Or if you don't, obviously, you could just give him the money so that he can buy what his heart desires. That's it. I mean, I'll post the scripture of it if you want. If you don't really know, I'll post it in the comments. impending, I guess. But the point is that Christian, or maybe even if you're not Christian, if you're just a believer in the faith and you're still a babe coming out of religion, maybe this scripture doesn't fully process to you, or you can't really fully come to the understanding of it because the Most High knows that in your heart you would still reject it, that you would reject His word, that you feel like, oh, if He's gonna buy drugs with my money, I don't think I should give it to Him. Wouldn't that be like blood on my hands or something like that? But it's not. So that's how I've come to see why there could be so many blockages, or yeah, pretty much like non breakthroughs of understanding certain scriptures of His. Because for me, when it comes to Leviticus right now, that's all I've been pulled towards. I try to go to the other books, Galatians or anything like that in the Renewed Covenant. I just don't have a desire to read it. I try to read something in from the first covenant. It doesn't hit the same. I try to read Genesis. It doesn't work. I went to my extra biblical books. I went to Jasher, Jubilees. I'm just not feeling that hit. I'm feeling to read Leviticus, to read that. But yet there I'm reading it and I'm seeing what I've already known, and it's like, okay, I already know this. And then I'm dodging or avoiding the complex ones, where I'm supposed to read those because I don't understand it or I can't comprehend it. I just tell myself, all right, no point. Sorry, I thought my video ended. But yeah, when I come to those parts of the scripture of Leviticus, I just give up. I'm like, I can't understand it. Why am I gonna stand here staring at these words, and I'm not, my brain's just not processing it? It's because he probably knows that I'm not going to fully come to submission of whatever it is I'm reading in Leviticus. Now that can be one bit of it, or it can be something totally different. At the end of the day, he knows my heart, and he knows when I'm going to fully submit in certain scriptures of his, or that he's ready to help me understand or give me the understanding on certain scriptures of his, because he knows I'm going to do them or apply them, or at least try to. Because, that's one thing too, as well. Obviously, we're not going to get it right perfectly once we read it. We He wants to see us try at least. That's what he wants to see us. He wants to see us try. So that's just me. That's how I've just come to understand. And I just thought to share this because maybe it might be to someone else as well. I just hope that the giving to the poor one was a great example to give to anyone, because I know a lot of people, not here in this community, but a lot of people, even in my family, some cases uh they've seen it like that, just, I don't want to give, and they just don't want to give to the poor because they know based on the person what they're going to do with the money. But it's not for us to judge on what they do with that money. It's just, as scripture tells us, just whatever fits his needs, that's, give give to the poor. So I hope this was helpful to someone, and I thank you all for watching. Please, everyone, have a blessed day. Leave a like, subscribe, share it. And until next time, thank you all for watching. God bless you all.